goes our train. There goes our train. Joyce and I have just arrived in Schlucksee in what's called the Hochschwarzwald, the High Black Forest. So we are up in the middle of the hills. We're not in the highest point. The highest point is actually that way, a few dozen miles. But the local tourist guide really said the highest mountain, the Feldberg, and he says really not that. There's really nothing special up there, and the view's not that great. He said you come down here, you actually get a better experience, and it's not so touristy. Now we are going to stop off at TDZ on the way back, which is more of a tourist area, but this is Schlucksee. And for you train guys, just to show we're still doing trains, we got a little floral model train they made here. Joyce took some pictures of it, but I'll get a video of it front and back so you can see. So I can But there you go, all you train guys. Sean Ricard, here we are in the Black Forest, and that is a 146-2 locomotive pulling. And another one pushing. Yep. So we have just arrived at Beige. So now we just got to find our way to, which I assume is the... we are in the literally the heart of the Black Forest. We are about an hour and a half by train north of where we are in Freiburg, and 40 miles south of Offenburg, which we had to go to come here. So literally we are like dead center of the Black Forest.
Yes, and out of consideration for non-smokers, smoking is prohibited in the designated areas only. Thank you.
So here we have the double Steuerwagen. A whole bunch of trains down there waiting to come in or pull out. But our ICE is coming. We've been on ICE 4 so every time we've had an ICE. But here comes our ICE 4 right now. Joyce and I have arrived at the Berchtesgaden train station. Don't even know what we're going to do yet other than try to hike somewhere. I tell you what, we have heard more sirens for my friends that like trams. There's a tram for you. So we want to go across there and then back that way. All right. This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. It is Friday again, and yep, we're back into the old. It doesn't seem like a week's gone by since I was last here, but it's been a busy week and trying to get back into the normal routine of life. So I babysat Cayenne, although we had the 4th of July, we celebrated it a bit early, but we had the family over on Saturday for my son's birthday, even though his birthday's today. Yesterday we celebrated my daughter's birthday on her birthday. And then we had Kai yesterday and Tuesday, before we had sort of the family grill, trying to get back to a regular routine. But anyhow, how are you all doing out there? And let's go straight into the greetings. I see a lot of people have come in. On my list, I've got Andrew T. Andrew Turnage is here. Great to have you. Andy Dobson, welcome in. Lee, Anfield Road. Nice to have you here, sir. Carl from Bangotcha Junction. Ben from Eagle Creek Railroad. Andy, the hot dog pilot, welcome in, welcome in. Ifo, the go-to man. Nice to have you here as a member of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Our Sergeant at Arms, Joseph Agliato, is here. Great to have you in. Kiwi Dave, great to have you popping in. A wonder from down under. Manshed Railroad Aaron is here. Great to have you here. Mick, the bar is open. Help yourself. Model Railway Shed Dino is here. How are you, my fellow Märklinista? Peter Jackson is here. Great to have you. More amazing videos from all those different layouts that you do. And rather than do one video, you kind of highlight each one, which I enjoy so much. Tim, our CEO of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Rabel Bell just popped in. And Ray Ron is here as well. And Warwick Road Andy. I think that's everybody. I hope you're all well. I do hope you're all well. Nothing special to talk about today. Nothing new. I kind of showed it all in the videos and last week. The trains I'm going to be running this week are almost a repeat of last week. I did make some changes. I moved some things around, but it's a lot of the same trains because my theme this week is I'm running, including the locomotives this time, I'm running everything I got in Germany or while I was in Germany or right before I left for Germany. So let me see who just popped in. Kieran is here and Das Faulkner. How are you doing, sir? Great to have you. Boxcar Jerry just came in. All right. So that is the theme. Not a lot to talk about this week other than still trying to get back into the I've got getting back into the rhythm of life. I've got a few things I really want to get to on this layout table, and I know I say it all the time, but one of them is I've got a plan to kind of mix the Fowler car system with another concept, and I've got to get all these buildings off my Delmenhorst side So if I go to that picture real quick, where is it? There we go. Not the Dumb Horse Low view, the village view. There it is. I've got to get all those buildings off so I can run and clean it up. First of all, I've got to plug a couple of holes that I put in the baseboard from the original Fowler car attempt. So I've got to get all that moved and off, and then put all the roadway in I'm going to put in. So that's one of the big deals I'm going to put in right now. And then I really want to work on that. I don't know if I'll start this week. And then I just have some other little things. I have a I bought a bunch of pieces. I've got buildings I bought from Mike McCarville Studios, as well as some stuff from eBay. And I want to build my Big Gulch Matt Clark diorama. I've got a lot of the pieces to at least start it and really start to set it up. And I've got some ideas drawn up on paper. I still have to find a place to put it, but I think it's gonna be a 2 foot by 3 foot, I believe, is what I decided. And I'll put it on a shelf on a wall over there. Over there. I got to get rid of that 3D printer. That's my old 3D printer. And I want to move all that stuff. And then it should fit on the wall over there. So that's the goal, is to build that. I finally cleaned off an area where I can build it, but I just need a place to move the buildings and do that. So that's a big one. Hey, Andrew March West came in, and Leslie, how are you, sir? Great to have you guys here as well. So that's it. There are a couple of new things on the table, and I'll explain that when I get to the all train view here. So let's go to it, show you what I'm going to run, get them running, and I'm going to really hope things run well. I did not get a very strong test in, and there was one issue with the test running, which I'll explain when I get here. But here's what I'm running today. So in the foreground, I am still running my IC, but it's being pulled by that new 218. So you see two locomotives with similar color schemes. That is from the 1970s, early 1980s in Germany. That is the 218 closest to you, and it's going to be pulling the IC. Now this one, although very rare, you will actually still see this in Germany. Normally when you see a 218 pulling ICs, it's a red one, or it's in tandem with a red one and a ocean blue and beige one. But that's what's pulling the IC today. So that one's not completely non-prototypical. So, but it's not something you would often see in Germany. Then behind it, I have that new Class 220, and I put videos of both these guys up last week because I put a crap load of videos up last week. Hey, Ian, nice to have you here. So I've got that Class 220, a BR 220, which is the same thing as a V200. Just when Germany changed its nomenclature, the V220s got changed to BR, or the V200s got changed to BR 220s. The V200s got changed to the BR 220s. I'll get it right eventually. But it is pulling a couple new cars that I picked up that kind of go with it. They're the same era and they would have been pulled. So I'm going to move it just a little bit. Now, this is not anywhere near prototypical. And I know we talk about Rule 1, but I do like to have my trains in some sort of proper consist. But I've got a couple of these matching cars to go with it. But these are all old cars. And I've had to do a little bit of cleaning up with them. And then on top of that, it is pulling all the cars that I picked up from Horst. So the last 4 or 5 cars on this are from Horst. Some of you guys may have seen the video and know that story. It was a very special bit. And this is the one that's given me problems because these cars are occasionally, as you may have just seen, they are uncoupling. I am having issues with the main car staying coupled to the locomotive. Once I get it up to speed, it doesn't seem to be an issue. But when it starts up, for some reason, even though I can put it together and lock it with my hands. But anyhow, so I put that out of the way. Then I'm running the same freight car as last week because this also includes some of the new stock I bought. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in motion. But that's being run with one of the Class 193s. But there are several new boxes and a couple of new wagons on here, including the ones at the end. Those Max Bogle ones that Joyce picked out from Mahano. So that's kind of cool to see. And I'm going to see if I can get this one guy going. And just hope it, once it gets going, it seems to stay. But definitely we've had a couple of moments of, and let's go ahead and put this 218. He hasn't had any issues. I'm going to set him up to about, yeah, that's probably, actually scale-wise it's slow, but. Yes, the V220s were based, or the warships in the UK were based on these. Were based on the V200s, aka BR222s. And there it goes again. So I am just having all kinds of non-fun with this guy. He just keeps losing his cars wherever he goes. So I don't know what I'm going to do. It's getting mildly annoying. I had it working and then I stopped everything and then it's been back to uncoupling again. It's really, really annoying. So I'll be stepping away in a few seconds and recouple these up. Okay, anyhow, I'm still running those new OBB Intercity, Eurocity cars as well. But I have them being pulled by, whoops, let's get that going the other way. I have them being pulled by my Taurus locomotive, the Beethoven Taurus. I thought that was cool. That might have been appropriate. Even though Beethoven was German, he definitely did a lot of stuff in Switzerland, or Switzerland in Austria. So I've got him going. Then I got a freight train here being pulled by my red Roco 218. And we'll see how he goes because he's still not running at a level I'm happy with. And then way in the back, I still got the beer train going because that's got the two beer cars and the brake van that I bought in Germany. So if you excuse me just a minute, I'll be right back and catch up on chat while I try one last time. Dude, what is the problem? Come on. Dudes, this is getting tiring. Whoops. And then that was the problem I was waiting for, damn it. is rattling here. That's what I thought. All right, well, I'm going to take you out. Sorry guys, had a derail with this set, cause a complete short, so I'm trying to get things going here. Okay, let's get you back going. All right. All right, so let me just sort out the last one. All right, are you still pulling or have you separated? Okay, you're still pulling, good. All right, sorry about that, guys. A little bit distracted there trying to sort this out, but let me come back here for a second in the multi-view. Okay, let me show you one of the problems. I've been fixing this. This is one of the cars. I guess I'll go full screen here. Sorry, guys. This is one of the cars I picked up from Horst, and it's got a wheel and a little bit of an axle bit, and I'm either going to have to try to find a whole new truck for it, or I have ordered new wheel sets, but this one occasionally loses this wheel, and that's been part of the problem. I thought I had it fixed, and then I didn't, and it lost the wheel, the axle, caused a derailment, which shorted out the system, and so it was in a tricky place, so I had to get all the cars up. Yeah, it's, yeah, EFO, I'm just now, because I have an interest in it. Let's go to the multi-view. I am just now, because I've got the train, trying to study up a little bit on the era and the types of cars, but I haven't had a lot of time to really get deep in there. and between what you and Jean Ricard have been trying to bring me up to date with. So this this that went right below me, that is totally fabricated. It's just a bunch of Aerofor cars that I picked up from Horst, and in honor of Horst, I just threw them on and started running them. Because I didn't even know what made a true consist. And Jean Ricard sent me pictures of a consist you could run with the 220. And actually, he did have the full consist, but I didn't grab it because they had different names on the cars. Like some were DB and some were DSG. And they actually did go together, and I left them behind. I should have grabbed them all, and I would have had the full consist. But this is what happens when you don't know the era, and you're just trying to grab some cars. So I grabbed cars that had the same style of logo and thought they have to go together, right? Well, that wasn't true, but hey. So I'm just running that train, not to say in honor of Horst, but in memory of Horst and all the cars he gave me. I just wanted to run them once. All I did was clean the wheels up a bit and oil things. I oiled all these old cars, and so that's been the fun. But hopefully, now that I just took out the one problematic car, because now that I have it up to speed, knock on wood, it hasn't uncoupled yet. Oh, and I still have one more set of vehicles to go. Well, let's go to that long view. I've got a couple more to get going here. You need to stop your own little issue. So now, and on the floor, we're running the Azuma, and to maintain the theme of all new stock, I've added the two cars that George sent me. And still, I have not heard a reply from George. I have not seen him in anybody's chats. Again, maybe he went on vacation a couple of weeks ago, but in the 3 years I've been talking to him, I've never known him to be offline this long. So I hope he's not sick or worse, but yeah, Ifo, again, advertising the new stuff from Germany. While I was in Germany, I was not finding them online on eBay, or at least at a remotely decent price. I wanted I put in some radius 2 curves. So I have some radius 2 curves for tricks now. I had the straights, I just couldn't get and so I bought a bunch of radius 2 curves because I figured the smaller Hornbys could handle it. And so, other than the Mallard, which just seems to be a POS, everybody seems to be running well on those tricks tracks right now. Hey, welcome in, Gerald Stewart. Let's first of all knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. We have a new member of the Knights of the Rhomboid table. Welcome in, Gerald. Gerald, to answer your question, it's not a Märklin specific one, because technically there is no Märklin specific one, but I do use the Märklin Central Station 3. So let's go here. Oops. Well, you could see that there, but I'll go in the solo view. I am using the Central Station 3, plus I have a couple of mobile stations from Märklin that I use to help so that every train I'm running individually I can control. I also have it on my computer. Oh, shaky hands. You're going to get sick. Sorry about that, but that's the bad hand. I've got it on that computer and on that computer over there. So, but like the Z21 or Z21 as it's called in the UK, and Z21 in German, or the ECOS. The Märklin Central Station works with DCC and Märklin Motorola language, MFX. You can use it in DC, you can use it in any form of digital operation. It will control any digital trains, American, UK, whatever. Obviously, it's pre-programmed that it's got the Märklin trains in its database that makes them real easy to load in, but it's no different than the Z21 or the ECOS. It can be used with any digital system, and then yes, you can run it in conjunction with iTrains or Train Controller or any of those other digital systems. So here comes that new 218, and there goes the 220. And sadly, I took the one car off, and now it's running smoothly. I shouldn't say sadly, but I would have liked to have run that train. But I'm going to have to fix that axle somehow. Dino, the holder is 3D printed. I got the design off of Thingiverse. I'll go to the right camera. I got the design off Thingiverse. And there's a couple of different designs. There are companies that sell them. There are guys on eBay that sell them, but it's cheaper if you got a 3D printer. It's cheaper just to get the design off Thingiverse and print it yourself. Much cheaper. Hey, I see Dwight is here. Hey, Dwight, how are you? Now, by the way, as a Knight of the Rhomboid Table, Gerald, you will now see that your name is highlighted in blue like everybody else's, so you can post a link to your channel or friends' channels as long as it's train or comedy related. You know, somewhat family friendly, but I'm not that uptight. I myself definitely do NC-17, as we say in America. Well, I rode it, Andrew T. I rode the Azuma celebrating Scotland from Edinburgh to York. And the nice thing about this design, Dino, the nice thing about this design is that you can mount it flush or on top. You can mount it any way you want. You can mount it, you know, obviously you'd want to mount it this way, but you can mount it into wood or on top of a desk, however you want to do it. I broke one by slamming my chair into it, so I've had to print up a new one. Oh, nobody's there right now, although we're going to get two in a minute, so we'll wait. Whoops. I was going to try to catch that one, but I got distracted. There we go. Oh, that camera's looking a little fuzzy right now. All right, now it's starting to focus. Now, is there anybody who, after the short, I need to reboot their lights? His lights are working. Your lights are working. Dwight, I'm sorry to hear that. The rail car is the only thing I have not checked and is not on the layout today because it's non-digital if I were to put it on. But Yeah, I was trying to clean it up and noticed it blew a traction tire. That's the word I'm looking for. It's got a traction tire that's off. I don't know if that'll show up there or not. Where is it? There we go. You might be able to see that. Yeah. And so I have to gently take this apart, and since the traction tire is probably very old anyhow, although it feels pretty solid, I'll probably just replace it. I have some spare traction tires, although you got to get the right size too. But I think I have this size. But I got to get that traction tire, so I don't know the best way to attack this. But it's a beautiful little rail car. And the funny thing is, a guy I know on Facebook just posted a video with 2 of these saying, I finally got it after 50 years. I finally got this rail bus. And it's the exact same one. And he's on Facebook. He's in the Märklin model train group. And he's like, after all these years, I finally got one. And I'm like, dude, I just went to Bamberg one day and got given it for free. I don't know why you were having so much trouble finding one. That's kind of a dick comment, but I am friends with the guy. He did not know I had gotten this yet, because he doesn't follow YouTube, or at least my YouTube. But it was funny to harass him about that. Says, what do you mean it took you that long to find it? I wasn't even looking for him. Was given one for free in Bamberg. Apparently you just don't know where to go. But, you know, something like this, with my shaky hands, I'm scared to open it up and try to fix it because I'll break something else. But yeah, I've got to get that traction tire because that's what I was going to do. I was just getting it out, cleaning it up a bit. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just put it on and see if the lights light up or anything, if anything's working on it. And then I saw the traction tire and I said, nope, not doing that. Hey, 156 Andrew is here. How are you, sir? You know, that is a big debate. And welcome in, Scott Rails. Let's, in fact, knight you. Although I thought you'd been here before. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. There you go, Scott. Advertise your channel, anything else. As somebody who didn't grow up into model trains, I knew nothing about traction tires other than pretty much every model train I have bought from Europe has traction tires automatic. And then I started watching UK channels and seeing some guys like Sam's Trains, yourself, and some other people talk about how they hate traction tires. And I don't have a dog in the hunt. I mean, to me, it's just automatic they have it. And the hassle is when they blow one. So in some ways, it'd be nice if they made locomotives in a way that they didn't need traction tires. Because when you blow one, when one breaks or whatever, you get pieces that go up in the track and can get in the gears and mess up. And you've got other issues. Oh, I've got that thing on backwards. That's why that's an end of train car. So it does, the lights are working. I just have it in the wrong place. Oops. Okay, well, lesson learned. I did buy a couple of matching cars. Again, the ocean blue and beige. One is due today. Another one is due Monday. Yeah, Steam. Hey, there's Arthur. How are you? I like my operations too. My only negative about myself is I just have not really worked on building my layout the way I want my layout to be. And a lot of it's laziness. A lot of it is I do have to be in a certain mental state. And the last 3 years, I haven't been in that mindset. And the biggest issue has been the 4 rebuilds of the Fowler car system, where the first time I put it in, it was fine, but I wanted to do more. So I expanded it, and it worked. And then I decided I really wanted something to go with it, and I put it in, and it worked great until I added that stupid super control system that plugged into the computer. And then it just stopped working. And I've never been able to get my Fowler car system, and it's new motors, and it's just never worked right since. The buses aren't following, the read sensors aren't working correctly anymore, and I talked to Fowler about it, and they said, well, show us a diagram of what you got, and they go, aha, there's your problem. You really shouldn't be doing this right out of a curve. And I was like, it was working fine right out of a curve until I added your stupid decoder, fancy multi-control, plug everything into this, then plug it to your computer bit, where I could control it from the computer. And I went back and tried to build it the old way again, and it still didn't work. And I've tried 4 times to get to work, and I run into a brick wall where if I would just run the simple loops and not do anything, it works. But I really want these buses to come in, go around the city, come in, stop at this bus station, and go. My trains don't stop at the stations unless I manually make them, but I want my, I do want my buses to run routes and actually stop. In fact, that's why I'm trying to do this, because I want to put a couple of stops elsewhere in my city and have the buses also stop at a couple of these bus stops there. And now to creep you out, we're going to have Beethoven stare at you into the distance. Yeah, hey, Peter, welcome in, sir. Great to have you here. And yeah, traction tires and certain types of cleaners definitely don't mix as well. But I use all the prescribed stuff from Roco, Pico, and Märklin. Hey, Tom Couples is here, another CEO of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Wow, 50-year-old Yugoslavian one. Well, the wobbly part might be that it's 50 years old from Yugoslavia, not the traction tires. All right, Gerald, regarding this. This is a debate that has multiple issues. First of all, Märklin is, what's the best way to put this? Let's go to the multi-stream, multi-view. Okay, the problem is we're using terms that have multiple meanings as though they only have one meaning. Okay, DCC is means digital command control. And in that case, Märklin is DCC. Märklin is a digital command control system. It just uses its own language, now called MFX, but originally called Märklin Motorola because Motorola designed it with Märklin. But that's, you know, it's like saying PCs are not computers because they don't use Apple's operating system. The thing is, Apple and IBM are both computers. They just have different operating languages. Let's just use that term language. And I know people get mad about that. I try to make it simple for the lay people to understand. People want to argue at the highest minutia of nomenclature, and I try to bring it down to a lowest common denominator so the average Joe on the street understands what you're talking about. So Märklin is digital, but it doesn't use DCC language, but my Märklin Motorola system reads DCC chips. My almost all my Rocos except my newest Roco are DCC chips, and my Märklin system reads them just fine because this is all digital. It has decoders, multiple functions, etc. Now that's the other problem. A lot of people use DC versus DCC, meaning analog versus digital. You can have Märklin in analog. You can find old Märklin analog stuff, but anything Märklin makes today, I believe, and Ivo will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think anything Märklin officially releases today is digital. Now, Pico and Roco still release analog locomotives, but pretty much anything Märklin releases under the Märklin name has a decoder is digital. Now, the big argument between electricians and IT tech guys is Märklin truly AC, alternating current, versus DC, direct current? And the answer is it depends on how you analyze it. Technically, much of the way Märklin works is DC, but the motors and basically the third rail pickup are still kind of AC as well. And Märklin itself still calls itself Wechselstrom, which means alternating current, and calls itself three rail. And there are three rails on the track. But I will have electrical engineering friends that will argue, Märklin is only three rail. And I've got a guy that was a programmer for IBM. His name is Dale Schultz, and he's a huge Märklin guy. And he will take these electrical engineers to task. He will tear them down and explain to them why technically Märklin is still three rail, is AC in the end. It just depends on where you draw the line. And I am the son of an electrician. I know household electrics. I know basic electronics. But when you start getting into electrical engineering, that's not where I have a degree in. So I don't get into those fights. Märklin calls itself AC three rail. My friend Dale Schultz, who is a mechanical and electrical engineer and worked for IBM and was a major electrical and code designer for them, says it's three rail. And then my other friend Roy Eltham, who's an electrical engineer as well, says it's not. It's still technically DC, not AC. And they can fight it out. I just go by what they call it. Well, Scott Rails, at the risk of offending some people, you could call me a son of a bitch and that would be correct. Son of electrician was my dad. But again, see, you'll argue it's pulsed DC, but in so many other ways, it's more than that. That is still AC. But again, I let the electrical engineers fight it out. But Märklin is digital. It reads DCC and it reads its own language, which today is called MFX or MFX Plus in its newest form. It started as Märklin Motorola, then it became MFX, and now it's MFX Plus. But in the end, it's really just languages they read. I just run Märklin, and I'm smart enough to know, or I could do my Sam Ganji voice. Mr. Proto, I'm smart enough to know that I can't run my AC trains on a DC layout, and I can't run my DC trains on an AC layout. So there's definitely a difference somehow. And then just put the electrical and mechanical engineers into a ring and let them fight it out to the death, because it's a stupid fight. It's like weathering versus not weathering. Who cares? If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. And I'll see the debate there start in a minute. Oh, you have to weather. Yes, that's true. That's true, EFO. But I didn't say every decoder can do MFX. I was saying, and you can get basic DCC language decoders for very cheap. The minute they're MFX, yeah, they're much pricier. But Roco, that red 218 that's running right over there right now, EFO, that is a two-way decoder. It is DCC and MFX. And I think the ESU decoder is DCC and MFX. Because, because the ESU can, of course, is designed to run both 2-rail and 3-rail. Hey, welcome in 2x1 meter. Although you've been here before, but I'm not recognizing the name. Is that somebody who changed their name? And again, I am not the guy to ask about anything model train related, except how are my trains running and do I like them? I am 7 years in this hobby and I only learn enough to keep my trains running. Even my modeling stuff. I mean, I could sit here for hours and tell you how great a modeler I was, building models, building dioramas and stuff like that. But since I got into model trains, I really haven't done much. The best you're ever going to see is you'd have to go back 4 years now, 2018, 2019, when I built the Delmenhorst station and did a scratch build on that before the nerve damage in my hands got so bad that I just find it hard to work. Although I have built a few models, but scratch building nowadays is, I won't say near impossible for me, but it's very hard for me to draw something up and scratch build it by hand anymore, especially get all the fine details in because my hands are just so bad, especially my left hand, and I'm left-handed. Hi, how are you? And Eric is here. How are you? Nice to have you guys here. And the thing is, I can be very confrontational in my fields of expertise. But when it comes to model trains and hanging out on YouTube, I like to be non-confrontational. And I will leave channels if they start getting into too controversial or going off topics into things that just are going to lead to arguments, whether it's politics or something else like that. Somebody will talk politics, I'll say, okay, I'm out, click. Because I mean, and even in model trains, we all have our fields where people get irate. And get on their soapbox and campaign. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, and that's why the channels I follow are channels where people are just having fun. You know, they're not the thou shalt do this and thou shalt do that type channels. Everybody has their taste, and everybody is free to do it. And I don't care if you're running trains on the floor, if you're running trains in a museum. I'm about, and I'm not worried if they're proper consist. You can run a McDonald's locomotive with Burger King and Wendy's freight. I don't care. I'm not worried about that. I'm just, are you having fun? And, you know, and the nice thing about YouTube, which is why last week I did have a bit of a rant about the one guy who left a negative comment complaining about my 4K video at the Porsche Traumwerk exhibition layout. Actually, he doesn't, it's not an exhibition layout because he doesn't take it to shows. It's just giant exhibition that's a layout at his toy museum. And I thought I filmed it very well, but I am just an amateur guy with a camera phone or a phone camera filming it as I walk through, sharing it with everybody. And you need to hold that camera still. It's like, I didn't think I was shaking that much. I was holding it with the right hand, so it wasn't shaking like with the left. But you know, it's YouTube. 10 seconds in, if you're not liking the video, you can click off. If you don't like me or my channel, there is the internet door. Access somebody else. I like who comes and hangs around. Well, hi, we all say that, but sometimes even people who say that will turn around and say, you need to be doing this. And, well, no, you don't need to, but you know, if you got it set up and you turn the power on, the trains run, and you're happy, then yeah, there's how detailed, how weathered, how fancy is your layout. I mean, and my thing is I am here and sharing this because I like hanging out with people. This soothes both sides because I'm actually an introvert and I'm very antisocial. I don't like being out in public in crowds necessarily, which is strange considering several of my jobs I've had in my life where I've had to be in front of crowds. But here I can actually interact with people and get to know them before I actually physically meet them. And then when I go physically meet them, it's almost always perfect because you got to know them online. Yeah, Tim, I know that. Hey, Andy T, the other Andy T, the 741 Andy T. I very rarely give them a specific place where to go, Jerry. I give them options, and some aren't nice, but usually it's just there it is. In fact, I have only posted, and it's nobody can see it now, but I'm still almost a year later, months and months later, I posted one negative video in the 7 year. Well, how long have I been doing train videos on YouTube? Since 2018. Since 2018, I've been doing YouTube videos, or being on YouTube. And in all that time, I've posted one negative video, and that is because a channel I liked and was subscribed to and loved, who occasionally had a tendency to say nasty things about other channels, really got nasty and went too far. I mean, don't talk about other channels on your channel, period. At least in a negative way. Talk all you want positively. But don't name names and call names and get rude and disrespectful. So I posted a rant about that. And I still have people, I go into chats and they're like, you're that American asshole. And I'm booted. I'm still remembered. Anyhow, our special guest is here. Hello, special guest.
Hello, darling.
Ooh, darling, I like this guest already. Let's see.
Ooh.
How crooked are you?
Well, that camera's crooked. I don't know how crooked I am.
There you go.
All right.
Well, I've always said you're a little bent, but I wasn't going to say crooked.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so...
If they want to hear me, I need the mic.
Right, got to move the mic over.
Right.
There you go, and then you got to project. You got to use your teacher voice.
I gotta use my teacher voice.
Project.
Holy moly.
Although they prefer the Daisy voice. Of course, I prefer the Daisy voice, too.
So, hi, Tom.
Oh, you had a whole bunch there.
And
Jerry
hi,
and Andrew.
Jerry. And hi, Andrew. And hi, Tim. Hi.
Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Ben.
Ben. Hi, Ben. Hi, Mick. Hi, Dave. Hi, Andy. Thanks. Hi, Carl.
And there's Raymond Lakes. Hi, Raymond. I didn't see you come in earlier. Hello.
Hi, Dino, and hi to absolutely everybody else, especially if I missed you. So, I'll bring Daisy, and if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen.
And then Gerald
So hi,
Stewart, who is new to our
Gerald.
channel. This is my wife, Joyce, who is...
So it seems that way, doesn't it?
She's...
Hi, Karen.
A few years ago, she might have been the model train widow, but anymore, she's part of the party.
Hi, Joseph. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'd say we really are completely recovered from the trip. But I go out and sit on the deck in the sun and...
She keeps wanting to sleep on the deck.
Sleep. I was like, come on, I'm not tired. But it is what it is. Anyway, 6:15.
Okay, that's cool. Except it's only 4:24.
Right.
Hey,
But I
Randall's
thought that'd be
here.
a
Hiya,
good time.
Randall.
So, hey, Randall.
All right, let's start going through some of these.
So, anyway,
Of course, I popped that camera just because there's no trains
oh,
there.
well, you got some coming around. They're coming.
They're coming.
Little patience and you get them. So you got your beer car on again. That's cool. And here's
I should almost call it your beer train.
Beethoven.
It's your beer train. Yeah, Beethoven can stare at you the whole time through.
Yes, he sure can.
There he goes. He'll stare at you right now.
All right, and your
I
EC.
see you.
Okay.
Hello, I see you.
Do you have two ECs? you have a red light on that car.
And there's Joyce. Whoops. There's the 11-lane view.
One red light. Oh, no, it's reflecting. Maybe? I
No,
don't know.
no, no. One of the cars, the one that had the rail, I told you it wasn't lighting up because I thought the lights were for lighting up on the inside. No, it's a baggage car.
Yeah.
It goes at the end of the train.
Whoops.
So that's the rear. I put it after the diesel because you don't like to smell the diesel.
Right.
So yeah, it's on backwards and going. But
So
this-
you'll fix it
I already
next time.
explained that this one does not count as a proper consist. I just threw trains on.
Yeah, he was. So it was what it was, what it was. So this is
That's Andy.
another Andy. Hi, Andy.
That's the Andy. Well, I shouldn't say the Andy
you
because
can't
there's so
say
many.
the Andy. There's so many.
But he's the first Andy you knew.
Okay, that's fair.
That's Andy that you met at York.
Gotcha. Okay. So
That's-
it's the York.
He's the one you talked to along with Alan about getting me
Yeah.
that Azuma.
Gotcha.
How could you forget? Wow.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks, Eric.
I'm sorry, Eric.
But yeah, another car
That
should have been
sucks.
coming today.
Actually,
This guy blew his axle and caused a
let me read
major
this for a
disaster.
second. I took a picture of it in case you wanted it brought down.
Yes. Yes. I can do an on-air,
So that is the right, I didn't know that it looked like it was a car.
yeah, he probably put it in a big box.
It is a bigger, okay, I'll go get it for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I could go get it, but
That's it.
I got to be here and handle the disasters as they come. Well, let's see how these two are doing down here. Yeah, they're doing just fine. There goes the Azuma round and round. Where he stops, nobody knows. And here comes the Beatles train with those two cars from George. I am so over just shocked that he bought those for me. Yeah, I should, knock on wood, I shall have a new locomotive next week. Now, if you don't know how my layout looks, this is how it is. If you imagine facing that way, although I'm facing this way, in reality, I'm facing that way. So to my left, which looks like I'm pointing right, so actually that way, see, I'm actually pointing right in reality, but it has me pointing left. So I'm pointing at the left side. That's an 8.5, no, I'm sorry. That's an 8 by 12.5 foot square. Well, not square, rectangle. And then above me is 30 inches by 6 foot, middle section. And then over there, which in reality is over there, but to you here as I'm pointing over there, on that side is 11.5 by 8 foot. So it's 22 feet along the back. It's a big giant C. And as so many people tell me, it's a giant waste of space. They could have done so much more if they had it, but it's my space and I set it up what I wanted, which is lots of trains running to appease my ADD. So what you got in the box, Dad?
Ooh. Oh,
There we
you're up to
go.
33, that's great.
There goes that big container. That's actually an impressive length of a container train now for my layout.
Yeah, for Anthony's it is. I think he'd have to double up to get it much longer.
There we go. We'll follow somebody around. He goes here. Now he comes here. Now he comes here. Now he comes here. Oh, now he's already going. Now he's coming into your face. And now he's completely out of view. Well, he isn't. You can kind of see him in the bottom corner there. I'm pointing on the computer. You can see him in the bottom corner over there. And then he will start coming up the backside there. There he is. Going up the backside.
Beep.
Beep.
There's your phone.
It was my phone. And now he's coming up the ramp.
36% are female? Wow, Andy.
You're a
You drove to
stud,
Scotland,
Andy.
but
You got the
escaped.
women coming in. And there's the Dumb North Station, 100% scale and size accurate to the actual Dumb North
I would
Station.
assume most of them are women if we want to go there.
Wow. Hey, I've got at least 10 women subscribers, and my analytics say 0% of my viewers are women, including Joyce.
Wow.
Is there something you'd like to tell me, dear?
No, other than I don't type in, so maybe I need to do that, huh?
I guess.
Or watching.
But you are here and you are viewing, so you're listed as a
I
viewer, and
know.
still they somehow have you as a man. I don't know, dear.
That's scary.
To you, that's scarier to me.
I can see how that's
I'm
true.
totally open-minded, but I don't play on that side of the street.
Wow.
Haha, so yes, it is. And there it is.
Okay.
It's a first-class car. Wow, wow.
You did not do that on screen at all, you know.
Yeah, I know, I wasn't going to, but I'm going to
Oh.
put it on screen once I got it open. I just wanted
Well,
to
okay.
take all the dust off of it. All right, so here's what just came in the mail today. Oh, let's do it this hand. You can see it's kind of roached up here. So we got some rock coming in, rust and rock coming in, but I didn't care. It was just something I could run with that 220. It's definitely not in the best of shape, but then again, it was made in Western Germany.
What heavens, Lindy? That's a little weird. And hi,
Oh,
sweetheart.
hi, Lindy.
And Cayenne is still sleeping. Oh, at least you got him down to sleep. That's good to hear. You ready for your party?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. But she's getting ready for the party today.
So yeah, that's like the picture showed. It was all
Right.
roached up, but
Yeah,
that's why
a
I
little
got
roached.
this. That's why I got this for like $15 instead of 40,
Right.
because it was roached up a bit. Oh well, we'll get you in the
Well,
layout
more
someday.
tin plate M wagon, says EFO.
What's that?
More tin plate M wagon.
Yep.
M wagon, I suppose.
M
is more
wagon.
correct. Yep. So, well, he's got a thing going.
But at least I got a few cars I can
Mr.
run with that 220 when I run the
Mister,
220.
I
Only do Era 6.
only do Era 6. Yeah, I was getting
All right,
distracted.
but before you give me any
And
grief
if
about...
you don't know, Lindy is our daughter. So
Yeah, if you're
our
new to
older-
the
our
channel,
eldest
Lindy
daughter.
Loves is our oldest daughter.
Yeah. And
But young woman here,
young.
you're giving me a little bit of the stink eye about the guy who said he only did Era 6.
Mm-hmm.
You tell Horst no.
Well, I understand that.
Thank
But
you.
you could have just.
I have you on record. All these.
Could have put it on the shelf and not bought any more tin ends.
Okay, you might have won half a point on that one.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the multi-view again. Get everybody up here.
Ay, 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 Lindy.
Aye,
Well,
aye, aye, aye.
Let's face it, sweetie, they all know you. Y'all caught up with your cars? No, I'm asking you this.
Yes,
on
Raymond,
YouTube.
but
It's
yeah,
weird.
it was never the. I have the version before it was quote the flower shop. But yeah, I have some old Pola. When I first got into the hobby, I just bought a whatever was cheap and on eBay. You know, I looked at the prices of new Fowler model buildings, and I said screw it. And I looked at whether it was old kits or pre-built kits that people were clearing out, and I just bought. Yep, that looks kind of German or Central European. And I bought a bunch of them. But yeah, I have a bunch of Pola from their HO days. Now they only make G-scale buildings.
Are you drawing pictures for Cayenne?
What?
Are you drawing pictures for Cayenne?
Yes, I was trying. He decided that was Liz.
Okay,
That was my attempt at Mickey Mouse.
fair enough.
He liked me spelling out names.
Okay.
So he asked me to do Oma again. Then he said, draw. And I tried to write a name, and he said, no, draw. And I can't draw. Even my stick figures look deformed. I have absolutely no artistic talent. My stick figures are the best I can do, and they're not good. Yep. Fowler, there's a whole bunch of them all joined together. Fowler, Pola. All right, Scott Rails, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, hi, Scott. Hi, Scott.
But yeah, since I took that one car off, the 220 stopped derailing. And the funny thing is, that car wasn't the derailing one. It was the very first car was derailing. But apparently that car's axle being a problem is what was causing the derailing.
Ray says, is Joyce's loco 3838 from the series asking for a friend?
What's that?
Ray.
Is Joyce's loco number 3838 from the series? What, the one next to her here?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
But otherwise, no. Nothing I have is 3838. The rail bus I have is 3016. But yeah, none of the locos are 3838.
Listen, pulling them out.
I didn't know you had a loco.
I think you might be missing a point.
I think I missed one. Yeah, I think I missed that too. Now I got it. J'ai parlé français ou
Yeah.
possible.
Ray, that one's just going to go right over the layout, and we're going to let that one quite rest. Appreciate you,
I don't pay attention to the numbers. I pay attention to the letters, as I keep trying to teach people.
appreciate you making that reference to the series, though. We're going to do that video this way.
Yeah, I've actually had a couple of dumb one-off ideas.
Oh.
Like do a quick one-off or 2-episode bit on when Matt met Lil.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Not that I'm writing it, they're just ideas.
Yep.
I have bought Joyce a loco, and then she gives them to me and says she doesn't want them.
Oh, you stopped.
Who stopped?
You're red.
No, he hasn't been running. He's parked.
I didn't think he was parked there. All right, never mind.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch parked. If he moved any further, he'd either crash coming down into here,
I see. He's a
or
switch up.
he's on a parking lane.
Seems like 90% are from India, but they don't hang around.
Now, see, I would have immediately gotten that if he asked if Daisy had a loco that was 3838.
Right, 1% 9 from Australia, and they do stay. Yeah, the Yanks are almost about the same as India, but don't hang around as much as the Aussies.
Now, sadly, it took me a while. Joyce had to hit me upside the head to get it.
Leslie, the time that you post things might make a difference. Because that's, you're posting in the morning, I think, for the Aussies.
No.
No? I don't know, just wondered if that was a thing.
Usually his videos are up when I get up.
Okay.
When he posts it. So
maybe they're staying up late watching it. The Aussies are desperate for company. Aw.
Well, at least when the sheep are out.
$110 for a
For a model.
tax office? I am sure we don't know what that is.
Yeah, I saw some Lionel H.O. at the Toledo Train Show in March, and it's the first time I've seen Lionel H.O. up close and personal, at least at this stage of my life. Maybe when I was a kid I saw it somewhere.
Ah, gotcha, Leslie. That's what, a 12-hour time difference? From
14.
Here. 14 from here.
So it's 9 hours for them.
Yeah, so I guess it just aligns your awake hours better, maybe. If that makes sense.
Yeah, Artie is 14 hours ahead of us. So he
Well,
starts
we
his
were
show.
in,
He starts his show at 10 a.m. on
Yeah.
Sundays for himself, but it's 8 p.m. the night before for us.
Right. Ooh, Susie. Sheep.
Yeah, you've been talking sheep.
Gotcha. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Beep. All right, I guess I better see who's beeping me.
Yeah, you gotta find some more,
Okay.
Kiwi Day there. You gotta find some more Ziwi friends to
Costco
join.
WH, we're asking for dudes.
Costco?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's,
Basically, should subscribe to Costco.
it's a phishing email.
Yeah, probably.
But there it is.
Like it humming too.
Well, now you mentioned Lionel doing old MTH, and that is Lionel the company that I thought MTH got split up. The old MTH, since they went out of business, got split up among many different companies.
That's interesting. I mean, you have displaced fellow citizens in other countries that I think will log into stuff and it registers it that way.
Maybe. Just depends on where. Usually it's from where their ISP is registered. But of course, a lot of people use virtual.
Yeah, it could be. She made fireworks, I see. You doing the 4th of July for Kanye?
Say what?
You doing the 4th of July for Kanye? Doing fireworks?
Did
I'm
I?
looking at Anthony's picture.
Oh, yeah, I was showing fireworks.
Yeah, good job. You tell what it is.
Yay. Even my fireworks are stick figures. Randall, I thought MTH went completely out of business and everybody bought out their various stocks. I thought they went completely under.
You can top that.
All right, you breathe and stop yawning.
Yeah. Menards is trying to get into O-scale?
Well, they do. Menards does sell a lot of model
they
train
have
stuff.
some
At
training
least
stuff. At
here
least
for
at
Christmas
Christmas
time.
they do.
But they have a small train section where they sell track and some buildings and HO&O.
Okay. We have thingy from Menards
Oh,
that we probably should go spend.
okay.
That's like $74.
Well, hi, Tom. How are you?
Hi, Tom. Okay.
All right, hi. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in for a bit.
Hi. Have a good evening. And sleep.
But yes, everything on the layout today is, well, all the new stuff I got right before I went to Germany, while I was in Germany, and since I've been back, that is all what's on the table. That was the theme today, all the new stuff. All the cars except for one from Horst. The stuff I bought, so you got the 218 just passed right in front of you. The Roco 218, which I bought right before I went to Germany and took with me to Germany to send back and got replaced. The Beethoven there is pulling those new Austrian intercity Eurocity wagons. And then the freight train has some of the new freight, like the Jean
asked
Ricard bought Hamburg Sud
if those are
containers and the Max Bogle containers at the end.
Tom asked if you had Trick C-Tracks.
Yep, those are Trick C-Track down there for the UK trains, those DC villains.
You can go down there.
Well, what?
So you could go show 'em.
Well, I did just a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, I haven't watched. You haven't reading though.
Yeah, floor cam. See right there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I replaced all the Bachmann track, and that's some stuff. That track I also bought in Germany. I bought the curves because the only guy that was selling Tricks curves from the United States on eBay was asking double the price for them, and I'm like, bullcrap. I'm going to be in Germany in a week and a half.
Right.
I'll buy them for regular price in Germany.
Yep. Yeah, that was among the stuff we shoved in those backpacks.
And then, of course, the one train, not the Azuma running here, but the one coming around, that is my Beatles singles from Liverpool train with the two added cars that George sent me.
And it's really happy on the C-Track.
Which is the same two cars that my set came with, but now, as you look at the train going by, it's the singles in order. It starts with Love Me Do, and then goes through to Real Free as a Bird and Real
Kiwi
Love.
Dave, have a good day.
All right, you too, Kiwi Dave. Take care.
Since you're already in tomorrow. Hey, Raymond. Just got here, folks.
Which Raymond? Oh, Raymond Anthony, because we have Rabel Bell was here.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I totally missed where I was trying to go. That one, there we go. We're up on
All
that
right,
one now.
Tom, it's nice you popped in.
5, 2, 1. There you go. Now out and about to get dinner.
Yeah, so he just popped in for a minute, but it was still awfully nice he came in.
Well, you didn't technically miss anything. It's me, Joyce, and Trains are running. Same old every Friday.
Pick up the big box at UPS from your Märklin dealer. Cool.
Uh-oh. Gee, Tom, which Märklin dealer do you have?
Expect
Would that be from Renaud's?
it will be, there'll be a video on that soon, I assume. That's what Andy just asked. Yeah, I moved the journey over. We should load it tonight, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're giving me work this evening. Gotcha.
Well, the two of us will do it.
Oakley dokley.
Yep. So, Miss Elizabeth is home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Evo, have you done any Josswood? They look really good, but for cardboard, they're very expensive. They did, whose station did they do? Is it Leipzig? Yeah, I think it's Leipzig station they do. And it's massive and it's expensive. I think the full price is like $700-800 by the time you buy all the sections of it.
Pizza Huts for dinner.
Yeah, we're doing Pizza Hut.
Thank you. I ordered it and scheduled it for 6:15.
Means it'll be here in 5 minutes.
It's 12:15 or 11:15, depending on your perspective. Or 9:15? 10:15?
218. Why is it so damn slow?
It's going slower.
Yeah, I'm gonna crank it up and see if it starts getting even more speed. Does it look like, the red loco right there pulling the cargo?
Yeah, he's kind of crawling indeed.
Yeah, I just cranked him up to 84 kilometers per hour and no change in speed again.
Not really.
So they didn't fix a damn thing. They just turned around and sent it back.
Yeah. Suppose you could take a video and send it to him.
just keep trying to see if I crank up his speed, if he suddenly starts going faster.
Well, it's picked up a little bit, maybe. Although, does that track get a little gummy at times?
That's not explaining why he's run slow. He has
all
not.
those trains do
I
that.
literally have cranked
You
him
got
up
4 in a row.
33% in speed.
Yeah, agreed.
I took him from 70, just under 70 to 101, and he has not increased.
You don't have audio right now? Or are we just talking too loud?
Because I didn't think Joss Wood was cardboard. I thought Joss Wood was laser cut.
Yeah, I agree. They should be cheaper to ship. And Lindy does decals that she makes, and she ships them in a regular envelope. Puts down a lot on. Oh, you're in your store. You didn't bring an earpiece. Oh, yeah, that'll make it harder. Gotta really crank it up if you're on your phone like that, with all that ambient noise. As we know, I'm not loud. I'm not loud with my students either. It's kind of sad. Although I do have a teaching voice that cranks up when I have the adrenaline moving.
You gotta get that big bubble out of your throat.
I know.
That big wad of phlegm. Laser cut equals cardboard to you? That's a little more than cardboard,
I don't know.
considering
Yeah,
all the
you can
epoxy
do
that they
wood.
use with it.
Yeah? Costco pizza's good? I think I've heard that from somebody else.
Well, the old Kroger El Cheapo pizzas used to be good, and I'm not talking the Tostino.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking the
I
ones
don't
you bought
know.
at the deli.
You can try it again, although they don't package them very well.
No, they didn't.
And so they're hard to get home in one piece.
But see, look, Joyce, if you look on the
Yeah,
camera,
move it
see,
in.
wait, see, look, there's trains not moving
Yeah.
because they're parked.
Right, all right, whatever. I know, I think John made you move him out because you couldn't see him.
No. Yeah, he wanted me to bring him around so that whenever I had a dead space, like on the 11 lane view, you could still see trains.
Gotcha, that was his logic, huh?
Yeah.
Is he working tonight? John.
Yeah, he's working. What's that? Honey, I can't have dandruff.
I don't think you're dandruff either. Did you shave? Yeah, you did this morning.
Yeah, long before I put this shirt on.
Well, maybe some of them just fled after you put the shirt on.
Some of my, are you saying some of my whiskers?
I feel that way about my hair, honey. It flees.
Yeah, but yours is a
Why
different
are you
situation.
on me again? Oh. I used to make a baked bean pizza. Woof! Probably has a ton of protein in it, but gross.
Yeah, that's not something I would try. Kebab!
Kebab!
I like doner spezial, not kebabs.
Yeah, though. Just because it doesn't have any of the vegetables in it.
Beethoven's looking at you again.
I
Here he
know
comes.
he
He's
is.
coming around the corner, staring at you.
I
Oh, you
know.
got these other trains in the way, so it won't be seen.
Prime fart food, aren't you right, Evo?
That's one of my favorite bits in German. Like,
Yeah.
you can order certain meals that will come with
Right.
certain cheeses, and the cheeses
Castle
will be,
had
and they
that,
will
yeah.
say with music,
Yeah, mit music.
mit Musik,
So Lamburger cheese.
Limburger Käse mit Musik,
Mit music. Yeah.
meaning it's going to make you
It's
fart.
gonna make you fart, and it's quite smelly too. My father loved Limburger.
Pizza
Yeah,
shawarma.
I agree. I thought of Blazing Saddles when he
Hey,
talked
Clyde,
about beans
yeah,
and
the minute
pizza
you
too.
mention, you have to be of an age, but the minute you
Any fart
mention beans,
jokes. Yeah.
the minute you mention baked beans, I assume half the Western world immediately thinks of Blazing Saddles,
Capsulon?
at least of a certain. What?
Evo said you could try Capsulon for a change. I've heard of Capsulon, but I don't know what it is. Is that a type of cheese? It smells like sour Limburger. Okay. Ouch.
2,000 calories a portion, indeed. I like all cheeses. I've got some Gorgonzola in
Pretty
my
much
fridge right
does.
now that I picked up from a deli, and it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in Germany.
I will eat Limburger.
He had a couple, Oh, no doubt, Andrew. No doubt at all. I mean, we all know about putting fish, anchovies,
But the
as
Hawaiian
a thing,
pizzas.
and putting,
Oh yeah.
ham
But
and
pizza is whatever you want to put on it.
pineapple. But, it's like everything else. If it makes you happy, whatever. Just don't ask me to eat it. Hi, Lee. No, I don't believe it does either.
Well, I mean, whether it belongs on pizza or not, we can all argue that. True official pizza, no. But again, you can put whatever you want on your pizza. But yeah, you
Yeah.
put shrimp on pizza, I'm...
Okay, Randall. Be safe on that trip.
Take care, Randall.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Caviar pizza exists too. Of
Yeah.
course it does. If you can think it, somebody
Right,
has made
somebody has made it, pretty
it.
much.
It's just like, it's like internet porn. If you can think it, somebody's done it and filmed it.
Oh, snap.
What?
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just snap. Oh, I'm showing my age with that.
Quick, change the subject, dear. Quick, change the subject.
Well,
Yeah, I'm sorry, Raymond. I'm on the people that
Just
Hawaiian pizza and pineapple on pizza.
enjoy your
But-
pineapple pizza,
But
Raymond.
you have to understand, I am a very simplistic person that way. Pizza to me is dough,
Yeah.
sauce, cheese, and either some form of ground beef or maybe pepperoni or salami, and that's it.
fair.
Or Italian sausage.
We are very boring, though.
I'm very boring when it comes to that.
Philly cheesesteak pizza. I've seen
In
that.
fact, when I'm in Germany and I get pizza, it's one of two kinds. I either get salami pizza or four cheese pizza.
All right, Andrew Turner just started a debate. He says yes on pineapple. Anthony and I say no.
Well, it's my channel and I rule, and as head of the Knights of the Round Boy table, you're all wrong. You can all vote against me. That's fine. It's
A quattro stagioni? Stagioni?
how about a quattro stagione? That's for meat.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Or no, I do quattro formaggi.
Yeah, he does quattro formaggi, which is 4
Quattro
pizzas,
formaggi.
and they pretty much always have gorgonzola.
Oh, all
in them.
seasoning quattro
Blue
stagione.
cheese is
That's right,
usually
because
in it.
meat is quattro carne. Quattro carne. I can't
That would
remember
be
now.
carne, no.
That's meat.
All right, that's got tomatoes on it, right? Pizza margarita. Yeah. See, I wouldn't like the mushy tomatoes.
But see,
at all.
yeah, you know, as Americans, our pizza sauce is basically tomato spaghetti sauce.
Lee has cast his vote.
Yes, Lee, it does rule in the underworld.
In the underworld. Yeah. How do we go from steak to pizza? Probably because that's dinner.
That's because somebody asked what we were having for dinner,
Right,
Tom.
and
You're
I
having
think
steak,
it was
we're having
you.
pizza.
Yeah, steak's on the menu this month.
Sometimes I'll be grilling
Sometimes.
steak.
Probably the day.
Well, I
probably the
assume
day
you put a
they'll
lot of
say-
things I'll be grilling.
Well, it's that time of year.
Calzones are good, but again, like any Italian or pseudo-Italian meal, it's what you put in it that
With it,
dictates it.
yeah.
Joyce makes some calzones that are barely Italian,
No
but they're
problem,
really
Tom.
good.
No worries.
Oh, Ifo, I'm with you there. But this is why you know you're at a true Italian or at least Sicilian Italian restaurant. Most, like in America, if you get a 4-cheese pizza, they mix all the cheeses together into one and then sprinkle it. But true Sicilian 4-cheese
Okay.
pizza, each quadrant of the pizza has its own cheese. So no matter where you bite, you either get one cheese, a blended two, potentially three, or towards the middle you get all four blending, and that's the best.
Ooh,
And Gorgonzola
tuna.
is always one of
Ooh.
those cheeses.
We've seen that in, well, overseas. I've never seen it here that I know of. An Iraqi kofti. Kofti is, auf Deutsch, kofti is, I feel like
No,
I should
he's
know.
asking something else, Iraqi kofte, but that's not German, that's Iraqi.
It is Iraqi, okay.
I know the
Is it a cake or a pizza? I don't know.
But that's what I love, because like in Germany, they use Gorgonzola, Havarti or Edamer cheese, and then two other cheeses. But oh man, I had so much Gorgonzola in Germany because I'd get quattro formaggi penna, I'd get quattro formaggi pizza.
Anthony truly enjoyed the cheeses in Germany.
I love cheeses. I haven't crapped since
Fondue
1985, but I
all,
love
whatever.
cheeses.
Tano. Tuna, tomatoes, and onions.
All right,
Whoa.
Kieran, take care.
It's a very spiced meat. Thank you
A
for
tonno, yeah, a tonno is
Thank
tuna.
you for explaining that, Ifo.
Yeah. Well, I know it's
Gotcha,
meat, but when
okay.
I think of kofta, it's always in conjunction with like, because it's Iraqi, but you have falafel, shawarma, and everything
right.
else. But though some of them will
Similar
refer to
dishes with
kofta,
different names, yeah.
different names in meat.
Hi, Karen. I'll be on a Japanese pizza. Probably fish. Mozzarella cheddar. Huh.
But no,
We've
I mean there's a
had
lot
cheddar
of
on it
cheeses.
before.
I've done an Alpine
not my
pizza where I
favorite.
used all different types of Alpine cheese on it. It doesn't taste like pizza you're used to, but it's really good.
Right.
And then Joyce gets a Japanese, non-bread
No.
is Japanese.
No.
It's Korean.
No, it's Indian.
Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joyce gets non-bread for me to do as lunch as sometimes. And then she melts all these different types of cheeses on it, and it's really good.
It is good. We should do that again.
Yeah.
I'll get it when I go shop tomorrow. I printed out a list. Okay, you got
But
a
my
frozen
problem
and
is
add
like
to it.
the
That makes
biggest
sense.
issue I have with most store like chain food pizzas and
Oh,
even
never
some of
seen
the
that.
restaurants we go to is the cheese is so mass produced it hasn't had time to properly age and develop its flavor.
Right.
Like I make lasagna and if I can get the right ricotta, I make an awesome lasagna.
Indeed. It's
I
pretty
make a
good.
damn good
Yeah, it's
lasagna.
pretty good even if you get a wimpy ricotta.
But the hardest part is finding a ricotta that has a taste to it. You go to any grocery store and even a couple of the Italian specialty stores and they get ricottas in and you'll get a mediocre one at best.
Really, I think it's just flexible.
But that chain restaurant, Carrabba's, they have a damn good,
Oh, yeah, lasagna.
they have a damn good, well, no, their lasagna, I like my lasagna better, but they have a damn good ricotta.
Ricotta, right.
That is a nice camera. I don't show enough because
Wow. Okay.
it's nice color.
It does look good, yeah. A lot of things coming around on it.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
You got your transports coming around the other way. Station symmetry return. Anyway, although, you know, I think pizza is very flexible is what it is. So anything on bread.
Yeah, what was it? I was just watching a documentary, and scientists were studying some frescoes that they just renovated from Herculaneum and Pompeii. And one from Pompeii had what apparently is a predecessor to pizza. That they
that's
now think at
super.
least the concept of pizza goes back much further than
Oh,
people
yeah, I
think it does.
saw that. Well, I think that's what it is. It's just a way to support your leftovers.
Yeah.
And you put it on whatever bread you make.
A thin unleavened bread and various meats, cheeses, and spices wrapped in it.
Right.
Are we talking tacos and burritos? Are we talking calzones? Are we talking shawarma, falafel? What's the Greek version? Gyros? They're all the same idea. Donors.
Yep.
Joyce loves thin and crispy pizzas.
I do. Although we're getting the cheese stuffed pizza tonight, so
Now,
that ain't thin or crispy.
now
I should
thin and
turn the
crispy
oven on.
Andes, we're not going to touch.
I should turn the oven on. It always comes so undercooked.
Yeah, you really could.
Yeah, I'll turn it on. Quarter of.
Well, I've got a couple of freight trains running and then a beer train, which I guess is a freight train as well. But yeah, I picked up enough, just in the last few months, I picked up a lot of extra freight vehicles. But like the one I'm not highlighting enough is coming around. Let me get it on the 11 lane view. Oh, it just went the other way, damn it.
We would, I've made fruit pizza before, but you use a...
Oh, it's in the background. But that has the CFL new car, and then it's got 2 new tankers. It's got three new tankers. The white one, the short silver one, and then the big black one, which is, oh crap, what is it? Oh, it's coming around here. I'll be able to put it on the 11 lane
the
so you
fruit
can see it.
pizza uses sugar dough, cookie
Pannonia.
dough, and then I think it's cream cheese, and then you just pile
The Ermawa,
cut grapes
Ermawa or
and-
Ermawa.
other things, and it's really good.
Pudding, chipped peas, and gravy.
That
Get
sounds
out,
kind of
get out.
gross. Apple pizza.
Yeah,
for
fast
dessert.
food.
Isn't apple pizza just apple pie? Anyway, if y'all haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Let's get Anthony up to 40, please.
Yeah, last week was, outside of the 4 that happened while I was in Germany, last week was the least watched live stream I've had in like 2 years.
Yeah, I think there were just a lot of things going on.
The love is gone.
Our restaurant in Amsterdam only serves dishes with garlic. I don't know that I'd have a problem with that. He felt garlic goes well on most things.
It's how much?
Yeah, indeed.
Tom mentions Lufthansa. Speaking of Lufthansa, which has nothing to do with Lufthansa, we have to book a flight to the UK here.
Aaron works in passports?
Yeah,
Tester?
yeah.
Ooh, yeah, it's a little dicey. You have to be within 6 months of your expiration,
To get it renewed.
which we are, to travel. But we can't, if we tried to renew it right now, we wouldn't get it probably in time.
What, our passports?
Yeah, by
Because
October, it's got a long turnaround on it.
it's 11 weeks anymore. I thought they were coming faster than that.
It's what he does. So I think we're going to have to use these passports.
Yeah,
So yeah, you might as well book it now.
yep.
Donald Duck and Lufthansa colors. Thank you, Lee. Sledgehammer and all.
Yeah, but now you have to buy yourself another keyboard.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't think I know what we're talking about anymore, but that's okay.
You just nod your head and go along with the flow.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, because somebody makes a 38-38 joke and then you don't get it.
I got there. It was only
You
two
did. I was the
38s.
one who missed it.
I
That's the shame
know.
part. But see, that's because guys focus on the numbers. It's not the numbers, it's the letters.
Yeah, it's true.
So at least the 220 is proving to be a reliable, sound, smooth runner.
Yes, it is. It is just.
Actually, the
plug along.
Märklin, the 10-year-old Märklin 218 is doing a nice job running too. He's coming around behind us here.
Okay, there he is.
Yep, he's going to come right now.
All right, good
Right
for
there
him.
in the
Yeah.
DB.
Yep,
Yeah, he's running really well.
nice.
But that stupid red 218
Forget
isn't
it.
doing diddly
I
scheisse.
don't know. I still think you should send a video and send it back.
I'm going to sell it, and I'm just going to get the
This is not
Märklin 218 at the end of the
what I
year. I'm going to get that red
Yeah.
Märklin. The hardest thing I got to do is try to tandem.
Oh, thank you, EFO. That makes a lot more sense. The DB Class 403 was called a Donald Duck. Painted in Lufthansa Airport Express colors.
Got it. Okay, so the
Okay.
Lufthansa Express.
Did
right.
it? Was it the Lufthansa Express? I assume.
See, I don't know that stuff either.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, 403 is ICE 3.
It's a 403.
Yeah, 403, 406, and 407.
Okay. I don't think I knew that either.
Yeah,
And-
IC1
and
is
I kinda-
401, IC2 is
I
402,
kinda
and I see-
think I should know. Isn't it beige?
All right, Leslie, have a good night. Take care. Thanks
Hi,
for joining
Leslie.
us.
Offer an extra supper, lucky you.
Yeah, the
for
Lufthansa
sure.
Airport Express trains, because Lufthansa just, well, stopped using them a few years ago. But yeah, there were some
Yeah.
cool ones. I never bought it, but I think we rode one once. When we first flew in with the students, they stuck us on the
Okay.
Lufthansa Express
Gotcha.
at Frankfurt.
We didn't do Frankfurt with the students.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. We always did Bremen. Always. Always.
We flew to Frankfurt, then Bremen.
Not with the students.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah, we did.
All right, now I'm with you. I'm thinking stayed in Frankfurt. And
No,
then
we didn't stay in Frankfurt.
So no, but we
but
landed in Frankfurt,
yeah.
transferred planes. Now I'm with you.
Yep.
Sorry, honey. Donald Duck was a predecessor to ICE trains.
Yeah, for the express.
Interesting.
Yeah, the problem is Frankfurt was such a difficult station to get around this year. I used to think
Okay.
Frankfurt was one of the easiest ones to get around, and despite it being the largest in Europe.
Why did we have a hard time this year?
All the construction. Remember, we had to get from the train station to the airport.
Okay, yeah, from the airport to
Like
our hotel
in 20.
was not as easy. They're doing
2019,
construction.
in
That's all.
2019, we took a subway straight from the station
We
right
did.
to our terminal.
Right.
Because the subway
Right.
stopped at both terminals.
Right.
We were riding it at 5 a.m., but we were good.
Yeah, we did. So I assume next time we get back there, 200 kilometers. Okay.
Okay.
So not that express.
No, we were on our railjet never got over 200 kilometers an hour. I don't think. But our IC4, one of the IC4s we rode was up to 290 kilometers an hour at one point. 280, not 290, 280. One of the ICEs we rode was trying to make up some time, and it was in a open area, and we were watching because it had to be an
Yeah,
IC4
it was
because they
fine. It
give
was
you the
publishing its
speed,
speed,
and it was
yeah.
up to I think it got up to 280 kilometers an hour, which is near its top speed.
Well, speaking of Aaron's Robin, was in Austria there, and she said she was on a train that was like.
All right, Tom. Good night. Thanks for popping in.
It
Tom
felt
from
like the driver had stolen it.
Oh, okay. They were flying on that
They
one.
sure were, yep.
Well, the Railjet still
That's a funny way to
the
refer to it.
Railjet's top speed is nowhere near. I don't think is anywhere close to the ICE's top speed.
Oh, gotcha. All right, guys. I thought it was a speedster.
It is a high speed train.
Okay, a real speedster.
It is a high-speed train, but
All right, so Tom's leaving. All
Tom
right.
from Märklin Trains, Tom Couples,
Yeah.
was in the background. He wasn't feeling good last week, which is why he didn't chat a lot.
All right. Well, night, Tom.
Yeah, 403 was reused, but yeah, because I know many of the IC3s, their nomenclature is 403 whatever, and then you have 406, and then is 407 the Bolero? Or is 406 the Bolero?
We're only at 37. Come on, guys. We can have more likes than that.
Yeah,
Unless it needs
it's already
to
ahead
be-
of last week.
Unless it needs to be refreshed. This sure does.
Yeah, don't nag. I'll get him if I get him.
I thought it was my job.
I was just impressed at the views last week. We ended our live feed with under 100, and then it went up to 122 as the final count for during the live feed. But we had several months there in the spring before we went to Germany where we were coming out of the live feed with 200 plus views.
I know. You were popular.
All right, so he's posted a link.
Okay.
Open link in new tab. Okay, the original 403.
Looks a little like an ICE.
Yeah, definitely different though. Yeah, that looks more like what I was, which is why I was a little shocked when he said the ones were 403,
Okay.
but that's the old 403.
Gotcha. Interesting.
But yeah, most of the 403s you see around today, or the ICE3s, are 406s, I believe.
Ah. Seems like it should be the ICE 6 then. Just saying.
Indeed, and that's a field of study I haven't studied. Is I learned how German trains are nomenclatured today, and I've learned that, for example, when West Germany and East Germany reunited, that like in East Germany it was the opposite. Like in West Germany, 100s were electric, 200s were diesel, and in East Germany it was the opposite. 200s were electric and 100s were diesels. And many of the Deutsche Bahn trains, like the Class 143s, started as East German 243s. They were electric 243s in the East German rail system, and then got repainted and reclassified as 143 in the reunited Germany, because I have a 143. And there are many others that follow that bill.
Hi, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
just
Vinny, are
popped
you doing
in.
a live stream tonight? Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. Are you going live tonight?
Nice
Yes,
about that.
okay.
Yes, okay.
Because lately, the few times I've had a chance to tune in, you've canceled. Obviously, family and stuff
Yeah,
has
stuff happens.
precedence.
We
It's just
understand. We didn't try to tune in at all when we were in Europe because, late.
Yeah, because, the last 4 weeks while we were in
Yeah,
Germany, you're
right.
on at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We're sleeping at 2 a.m.
Ideally.
We were. There wasn't a 2 a.m. those 4 weeks where we were awakened up.
Speak for yourself. The beginning of that trip, I was having a hard time with a tooth.
Yeah, but I thought you were still sleeping at that time. You were having trouble going to sleep, and then you woke up early.
No, I got up. Got up and read. Took some Excedrin and put my numbing agent on it and read for
That seemed to work because
it helped.
whatever that apothecarin gave you worked.
It turned my teeth green. It helped. It was very much like oral gel.
Yeah.
No, I see the dentist.
Well, you went from complaining nonstop to not complaining at all.
Well, that's because I quit wearing my mouth guard. Once I quit pushing on it, it
Oh,
felt a lot better.
Oh, okay. So no credit to the medicine.
I think it helped when I was in distress.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say anything away from it. I see the dentist Not this week, but the following one, and I will have an appointment to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, 01 and 93 steam locos. Yeah, and again, that was simply explained to me, was originally, or at least in plans, like, first of all, the 3-digit numbering system, which I think is a great way to go. 0 is steam, 1 was electric, and 2 was diesel.
Oh, okay.
And then 00 to 50 was passenger, and 51 to 99 was freight, but that's no longer true. And then lower numbers were high speed, and higher numbers were slower regional, like 101, 103, etc., were high speed. The 101s are still the main high-speed locomotives. 218s were high-speed locomotives, diesel. And then your 140s and 240s were your regionals. 143, 145, 146, 146-2, 147s, those were all regional, slower traffic. But then they took a 146, upgraded it, its braking system, and a whole bunch of other things, and made the 146.5, which is a high speed for the IC2s. And then the 147, they did both a red Regio version of it, and there are some IC2 versions of the 147, again with the different braking system and powering system to cover the high speed element. Well, we saw and we rode, no, we didn't ride it, we saw it, that IC2, that narrow IC2, that really narrow, that was 2 Steuerwagens, but it's not like the 1 Steuerwagens we were seeing. It was a totally new design, and it wasn't the Talgos either, but it was an IC2, and it was really a new funky design.
Yeah, they're all running well except for the...
Yeah, 4 is EMU, 6 is DMU.
The his new 218, no, yes?
What one?
The red guy, that's not running so well.
Yeah, that red one, the red Roco 218.
Yeah, the red Roco 218 is really a dud. It's at like 80 and it's not moving very well.
Yeah, I've increased the speed from 60 kilometers an hour to up to 101, and it didn't change speeds.
Wow, look at all those different number systems Depot has there. Way beyond what you said.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I just stopped at the basics. But yeah, 4 is EMU. That's why I've got the got the 440.
Gotcha.
That's an EMU, and the 442. That's an EMU. And I want the 625, and I want the 644. And then I've got the 650 over there. That's a DMU, and the 2 648s.
Okay.
So yeah, I know the nomenclature that far. Hey, Split Rock, how are you? In fact, we should change views now for a bit.
Yeah, you've been on the same camera.
Yeah, not that one.
That's a good camera with your 11 lanes.
Well, we'll go to the multi-view.
Hey, Split Rock's here.
Thomas from Split Rock is here.
Hey, Thomas. That's kind of interesting. Talking about ones that have never been retired. Numbers.
I wouldn't know, Carl. The 844, is that a Challenger? See, I don't know my American trains at all. I just know the various big boys, the 40s or the 44s, whatever, 44, 40, 14, 40, 19, etc., etc. But in a way, that nomenclature is kind of cool to learn and to know because it gives you an idea. It's really easy to sort them out. But of course, right now in Germany, because of various relations, they've pulled trains that I was told 5 years ago were out of service, and they brought them back in.
Right.
In 2019, I never saw a what was the one I kept seeing? A 112. Yeah, the 112s. I didn't see a 112 after, say, 2012, my 2012 trip to Germany, and all of a sudden we saw a ton of 112s in service.
Right.
And they had said they had been mostly pulled out of service, but a few were in there. But if there's still a few still in service, we saw them all because they were everywhere in southern Germany.
Wow, we just have a pretty comfortable day today.
Here it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Here in Toledo, Ohio.
Yep. And there's a good chance of rain again tomorrow.
Oh, is there?
Yep.
Yikes, because I got to
It
mow the
does, and
lawn.
I'm going to start watering everything.
Yeah.
Sprinklers.
That means I'm getting up early and mowing the lawn, but we got to take that stuff over first. 116 yesterday. Well, what was it? Tuesday was the hottest day recorded on Earth.
Oh, yeah, July 4th was. Yeah.
Yeah, the hottest day. High temperatures all around the world.
That's pretty crazy. And it was an average, so. It was reused, so it's probably not a.
Bugelfelter. They were old. They were old. I mean, I went and looked at.
Yeah.
I had
They
to
definitely
check,
were
like,
not a new design.
because we got a few pictures of them and videos of them, and yeah, they're 112s, but it's the same 112s that were running 20 years ago. But an XDR1. There was a whole bunch of them, that's all I know.
Yeah, that running number, and they looked like they were older locos.
Yeah, they looked old.
One more for Ford.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Be honest, as much as likes, I just want to. We didn't even break 200
Want more
views on
people,
last week's live
yeah, you
stream.
want people to pop in, so. Understood. I'm sure that needs to be refreshed.
Well, Kato
Studio.
is the go-to company for N scale. Kato, if you say it
Indeed.
correctly in true Japanese, Kato. But most people say Kato, but it's Kato.
Why don't you refresh your studio?
Oh, you mean just because it's behind or what?
Yeah, I think it is.
A little bit. But yeah, Kato just, I'm sure like every company they can have a dud, but overall Kato just makes really nice. If you're going to N scale, you're probably looking at Kato
Alright.
first.
See you, Vinny.
All right, Benny, take care. We'll pop into your stream later tonight after I get everything loaded into the van. Because we're taking a lot more stuff than we originally planned on.
Yeah, we're gonna fill it out. Wow, that's 46.6 degrees Celsius.
I want.
That's insane.
I watch a whole bunch of channels that are N scale, and like my friend Eric, he does N scale, and he loves his Katos. Peter, formerly known as Ash, but Peter, he does, what's his channel, Transport and blah, blah, blah. He loves his Katos. And I have not run into anybody that specifically would say Kato is garbage. And I mean, somebody who's got a lot of experience in N-scale.
Yeah.
And I don't know the companies. I mean, there's Mini Tricks and Fleischmann did N-scale and Roco did N-scale, but and Pico does N-scale, of course. But they're, you know, now Roco does HO and Fleischmann is N-scale.
Before I ask, what's the minimum radius on a UP9000 in HL?
Shit, I don't know. And again, because everybody does radius a little differently, but they're relatively close. Do I have it over here? Or is it?
Kato does some
there it
HO?
is. Yeah. What?
Kato does some HO?
Kato does do HO, but they're very hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey,
Yeah, I've got an Arnold Rapido N-scale that was a gift from a friend in Norway,
Uh-huh.
which is, I'm not mistaken, it's a V200. In other words, it's the same thing as the 220 I've got. Yeah, it's a 220. A Viking friend from Norway gave me this, so it's a 220. So it's the
Newland
same
has
as
a
the big
Kato
one.
HO. That's a cute train.
Oh, and S scale. Now that's really impressive.
That is interesting.
Oh, there's the book to it. But this is Arnold, and Arnold makes a lot of nice looking. I've seen the Arnold ICE4s. I mean, Arnold had an ICE4 N scale out a year before Pico and 2 years before Märklin got their ICE4s and HO out. The full 12-bit livery.
The detail's really good, but they're poor runners.
Who is?
Eagle
Oh,
Creek says-
detail's good, but
Yeah. Okay.
hey, Sean from Jagerndorfer Buckley. I'm sorry, I've still got
Hi,
this
Sean.
camera on me. Let's get to the multi-view again. I just wanted to do a close-up and show off this here.
Yeah. Well, as you should.
There we go. But yeah, so I've got this Arnold Rapido N-scale Class 220. It's a Class 220, so it's the same as the big guy I have. That's funny. That's why I had to look at it. I was like, wait a minute, don't I have one?
Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute!
Makes a
N-scale's
TV.
cute!
Very.
But, who has impressed in running today?
Is the little guy still asleep, Lindy?
Oh, that was my phone beeping again?
Yeah.
Oh my god, just commercials.
That's crazy.
I hate that I'm getting commercials
You need to
beeping
turn off
messages.
some of your notifications.
Yeah.
Well,
To be
that's-
honest,
You're in the right place.
I'll tell you. Now, obviously, I'm very impressed with the ESU 220, and the Märklin 218 is running extremely well today. This is now the 218 Märklin. Did it run last week? No, this stuff.
No,
I did not
you're
run 'em.
basically running what you wanted to do last week, but didn't have the time to do it.
Right. So the Märklin 218 in Ocean Blue and
Ooh,
Beige
2 new
is
logos
running really
tomorrow.
well. That 220 from ESU is running
Yeah,
really
converge
sharply.
again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locos.
But surprisingly, I've had problems with the Taurus. I've got him at a relatively slow speed with those OBV cars, but he's doing nicely. He's been nice and smooth, running really well. And then, you know, we already know that those 193 Vectrons from Roco were really good. So they're all impressing except for this lame Roco 218. That is the first Roco locomotive I bought where I am just absolutely, totally discouraged with it. It is a POS.
Yeah, it is.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
It's running smooth. But for whatever reason, there's something wrong with the decoder or whatever where it just will not pick up speed. It runs to a certain speed, and it's not scale speed.
You've tried it on different tracks?
You're going to try to make your own? Well, I suppose there's enough 3D prints out there if you go that way.
Yeah, good point.
See, that's another argument. Do you put your catenary on before or after you do ballasting and scenery? And most guys are like, it's got to go in before the ballasting because it's going to be partially under the ballasting. The problem is, if you do it before you do the ballasting, it's in the way of everything you're trying to put on afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy is a little bit of a roach. All metal, but yeah, definitely rusting. But I don't know. I mean, I would have to almost some form of sandblast off the paint here to try to repaint it. And then, I mean, I'm sure I could find the right decals.
Oh, he just got up. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Tell us when we're supposed to say hi.
Let us know when he's at the camera. Or on the TV, I should say. Cayenne! Hey, Cayenne! Opa loves you!
Oma loves you too.
You didn't blow your kiss yet. Or were you waiting for your own? No, normally you do that. Well.
I know.
But, yeah, Cayenne came on while I was co-hosting with Artie last Sunday and put on a bit of a show. He was hilarious. Saturday. Well, it was Sunday for Artie.
True that. No wires, okay.
Gantries, but no wires.
That's gonna be an awfully thin wire. Yeah, Bopa Moma!
Bopa Moma. Opa! Opa! There's no P in front of it. Or B. Opa!
Yeah, it's not really Moma either, is it? But
no, you get Momoma.
I'll take it. Ah, he's been not repeating that quite the same way.
No. You are clearly Moma now, but yeah, he still says Bopa or Opa Bopa.
I suppose I could be Moma. That wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, you get Moma, and I get...
And I'm sure you don't want to stay Bopa.
He'll grow out of it. He better.
Yeah.
Now, in the long run, when I actually get this layout to that place, I probably would like catenary on it, but that is like the last thing I'll ever do.
Yeah, it's going to be a late piece, indeed.
I might die before I get catenary in.
Possibly. Well, the rate you're going. He says, bye-bye, Bopa now, Mickey Clubhouse.
Bye-bye,
now.
Mickey. Bye-bye, Bopa now.
Bye.
Mickey Clubhouse now. Now. The way he says now. Now. Yeah, I don't know where he's getting that now from unless he's picking it up from you guys. Cayenne, pick that up now because he's adding it to everything. Mickey Mouse Club, now. Peanut butter jelly, now. Play with blocks, now. Opa, you come on the floor now.
Yeah, I mean, he still loves us and stuff, but he does dismiss us on the television now.
Yeah, he gets... Something new comes on.
He's kind of done.
Bye-bye, Cayenne.
Bye-bye. Off he goes.
Put an order on at World War Scenics. They're a good shop. they could expand to America. Well, Andrew Turnage, I'm going to see Pete Wasserman's Milton Keynes layout up close and personal this October, 14th and 15th.
Are we? Okay.
We will be at Getz.
We will be at Getz.
Joyce and I will be
Probably.
appearing live at Getz. Or semi-live at Getz, because after a long flight and that. Yeah, Joyce and I have tickets for the 14th and the 15th. I think that's Saturday, Sunday. Because AJ gets married on the 14th, or the 7th, which is a Saturday, which is the week before.
Is he
October
getting
wedding.
married on the 7th?
Yes,
The day after Winnie's birthday? Okay.
you get married on Saturday the 7th. Well, I hope you
That
would
would
see
be
me there.
awesome.
I mean, if you come to Getz, we'll be there, because we'll be there. We're not going to spend 24 hours at Getz, but we will be there for quite a while on Saturday and quite a while on Sunday.
Right. In fact, we might just give a approximate schedule.
We'll probably, yeah, by the time it comes, we will be throwing out a schedule saying, here's where we'll be, or here's where we're at. It's not going to be like the York Model Railway Museum.
Yeah, AJ and Valentina, indeed. Get married the week before this, which is what we were going to do with Elizabeth getting married, but
But, you know, where I was just going to York and said whoever wanted to meet us, and 7, 8 people wanted to meet us, including Alan Wiles, who had already met us
that's pretty crazy.
and came down and hung out with us. It was amazing, mind-blowing.
All right, night,
This is
Evo.
going to be...
It is late.
All right, good night, EFO. Take care. Thanks for stopping in and all your knowledge as always.
Yep.
We're going to have to start paying that man. Getz is everybody. Nobody is going to Getz just to meet Joyce and me.
Yeah, they're going to Getz to go to Getz.
They're going to Getz, and everybody's going to be there, you know, or I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of big name YouTubers are going to be there, and then small potatoes like us are going to be there.
Well, Thomas, Getz is the Great Electric Train Show, and it's in October. When's the other big one?
November, in November around our Thanksgiving is the open Worley, the Worley show, which
Gotcha.
I think they say is the biggest. And then
Gotcha.
Scotland's big one, Scotland's big train show is in the late winter, early spring. So I mean, we're not making, our ego doesn't exist here. We're not going to Getz thinking, oh,
Right.
people have said they would like to see us if
Thank
we're
you,
there,
Bob. Right, yeah, we'd love to meet anybody
and
there,
we
but-
want to meet
but
anybody who
we
wants
were
to
gonna
see
walk
us.
around, look at the Great Electric
But
Train
we're
Show.
going to walk around too, and it's not like there's going to be 40, 50 people squeezing around us. Now, when we all met at
Okay.
the York National Railway Museum, it was Joyce and I were going there, and anybody wanted to come could hang out with us. That was different.
Now, we're just letting you know we're going.
So
that's
we're
all.
just telling you guys we're going to go with the idea there's a lot of people we want to meet.
Yep.
There are people that this may be the one chance where we can see them. Because another trip to the UK, while it's coming, we can't sit here and plot out, well, we're going to go here for a week so we can go see this person and this person and this person. We're going to go here. So we do have some friends, like my friend Christopher Ravensbridge has said he's going to try to go to Getz just so he could meet us. But that's a
Okay,
one-person
gee,
friend.
End of July, so that's a summer one. Chester Cathedral.
Oh, Chester Cathedral.
The
So
GWI.
obviously there are, I mean, anybody here that's in the UK going to Getz, yes, I mean, my problem is if I start saying these are the people I'm looking forward to meeting, then
Yeah, we can't do that.
I'm going to leave somebody out and hurt. Well, that sounds egotistical to hurt feelings,
I
but
know.
I will feel bad that I left somebody out. Now, there is an off-the-board person I would like to get 3 seconds of their time with. Maybe 5.
Who's that?
And there's a very specific reason for it. Because I have asked for this information, and I've never been given an answer. And I don't even know if he'd go to Getz, and he probably wouldn't announce that he's going to Getz. Everard Junction, Richard.
Gotcha, okay.
Sir Richard.
Right.
And why would I want to meet Richard?
Ask him if he's seen your video.
Ask him his opinion of it. Did he
Right.
ever hear it?
Yeah,
I know he's heard of it.
okay.
I know he's heard of it
He didn't comment on it.
because his other buddies, the other big YouTuber guys in the UK have
Yeah.
mentioned it, because they then came to me and said, hey, you wrote a song about Richard, write one about me.
Right.
And I was like, well, I didn't write a song about Richard. Richard just happened to be the name that fit
Right.
the rhythm.
It fit the rhythm, and it also fit the topic of the song, so.
Yeah, and it worked with the topic of the
Because
song.
he's a very good modeler, yeah.
I mean, Dragon Junction didn't work. It wasn't the right syllables.
No.
Now, if it was Alan Wiles Junction, it would Alan Wiles Junction.
Yeah.
Alan Wiles Junction. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But it was just so happened that I had been thinking of a song to the tune of Paperback Writer and couldn't come up with a name or how to write it. And I was out mowing the lawn, and I had just watched a new Everard Junction video, and I was out mowing the lawn, and Paperback Writer came on, and I started going, Everard Junction, and I was like, oh shit, it fits.
Yeah.
And then I changed lyrics around.
Welcome back, Tom.
Well, welcome back, Tom.
Nightly.
Good night, Lee.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go up too.
Okay.
I turn the oven
Well,
on and
well,
stuff.
oh, right, turn the oven on, but come back real quick, and then we'll say goodbye.
Okay.
Just turn it on, come down, then we'll wrap it up.
And my dogs are pretty
So that is the only person it'd be interesting if he was at Getz. But if somebody knows, because he and I've talked to Everard, we have talked cars. I've talked to Richard. We have long conversations occasionally on his comment section. We've never exchanged emails. We've never done that. But we have had back and forth on comments where I get a reply, I reply, he replies to my reply. And we've talked about cars because that was another passion of mine and a passion of his. So I'm one of the people that more often than not, if I comment on his videos, I get a reply. So that's the only thing. I would just be curious, because I know the singing's bad. I know my singing's bad, but I want to know if he thought it was fun. Since he's the only person that I've done by name in a video. Now, by the way, in that video, I mentioned many other channels. But yeah, I'm curious about if he took that in spirit of humor. Speaking of which, depending on how quickly I can talk her into it, I've got at least 3 new songs coming out with 2 others I'm working on, plus a 4th that was supposed to come out a year and a half ago that we never did, and may have to change the lyrics to it now. Yeah, Tom, we are running the metal cars that I got from Horst, although one of them...
Some of them.
No, all of them except this one.
Okay, most of them.
And this one started the live stream, but the wheel keeps dropping off. The axle keeps falling
Better than
out.
drugs.
It's got an issue.
That's good.
But we're going to have... It's about that time of year where I start doing parody songs, and I've got 3 where I've got the music, the lyrics all done. I just need the voice to volunteer time. I'm hoping we'll do at least one sometime tonight.
Oh, today? Okay.
And another tomorrow. Well, I just ordered a bunch of new Märklin wheel sets. I got the right size, and I ordered a bunch of new Märklin wheel sets. I'm just going to replace a lot of these wheels. The axles are rusted. They're looking a little less than savory, so I'm going to put all new wheels in all of them. But I just wanted to run them today for the theme. I'm running everything I've got in Germany. I said the UK.
Right.
Other than the rail bus, which can't run on my layout right now anyhow. Hornby, which Richard would be there? Because Richard Watson now works for Akira Scale, so he's not at Hornby. But it would be cool to run into New Junction, Richard Watson. There was a time where there were a lot of Richards out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Dicks in the model train world. Now it's a lot of Andys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard New Junction now, he quit Hornby Magazine. He now works for Acura Scale, which we've known for, well, he did that before the end of last year, I believe. But he just recently appeared with Graham Folston. Graham just posted a new video today that I watched before coming on. But there was some Facebook stuff where Richard paid a visit to Graham and hand-delivered, because Graham in his video a few months ago was not happy with some Akira Scale, let's say it right. Akira Scale stuff he bought.
And he says he will be there.
Who will be there, Andrew T? We've talked about a lot of people, but I'm sure Richard Watson will be there, New Junction for, with Akira Scale. Yeah, if I can just get that out of my mouth. Akira.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, once you said Akira Scale, I put it together. But yeah, so, but we've talked on Facebook, text message to text, well, again, Facebook Messenger to Facebook Messenger. We talked a lot. We haven't talked on Facebook Messenger probably in 8-9 months, but I'm not in anybody's, well, any of those people's circle of friends. I talked to Tim J.D. on Facebook, and probably not as often as I should. I talked to Christopher. I talked to Alan Wiles. I talked to Andy from March West Junction, and many of you. Otherwise, my interaction with you is usually on YouTube posts or live streams.
Bye, Sean.
All right, Sean, take care.
Thanks for coming in.
But yeah, that's I don't talk a lot with people off of YouTube. There's a lot of people on YouTube I talk to, but the ones that I actually talk to off of YouTube is a very small number. And again, like I talk with Mark from Model Railway Fantasia on them, but I haven't talked to him off Facebook in a while. Yeah, I can imagine he tries to keep a low profile. Because I do love Everard Junction's channel and have for years. His channel's probably doubled since I first joined it, and but he is great. And there are people who don't like him, and I think they go out of their way not to like him. But I like Sam at Sam's Trains too. I like Will at IC82, and I wish he would make a comeback. But life happens, and sometimes shitty things in life happen. But yeah, with Everard Junction, I just would like to know from him direct what he thought of. I know my singing sucked, but if he thought the lyrics were funny, I would just like to hear from here. Like, it was funny. I saw it. It was funny. I just wasn't going to tell you because I didn't want you to use it as advertising.
Go out of your way to not like someone. Thomas wants an explanation on that.
It's called, Tom, that's what being a hater is. When there's no real reason to hate the person, but you decide you want to hate them. They're because oh, everybody says they're so great, so I'm going to say they suck.
That's what it means.
So there are people that go out of their way to hate certain people and channels. They go out of their way. You know, you can just ignore, say, yeah, I don't watch them, but no, I hate them. And the people I laugh at are the people
all the time.
And the people that I laugh at are the people that say he sucks or I don't think his modeling's that good. I'm sure there are people that hate Luke Towan.
It's a chalk and cheese channel. Looking for humor and entertainment. Okay. Yeah, Carl's agreeing with you. They're out there. Well, you know, it just goes back to people who've had problems with their channels, and they will just, go out of their way to
and
go
it's
to
not
your
even
channel
that
and
they'll
give you a
put.
dislike.
It's not even they'll put bad comments on their videos. They usually won't comment, but you will find them in chats and live streams, and they will say things like, "Oh, everybody talks about it, but he's not that good," and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you know, it's like, I'm not an Elvis Presley fan, okay? I respect what he did to take black rock and roll and make it palpable for white America, and thus we have the Beatles and the Who and every band up to now. I'm not a huge fan of Elvis Presley, but I respect the talent and I respect the influence he had in the music, and I certainly would not say he's overrated.
Right.
I respect his abilities. I'm not into his genre of music per se. There's some stuff Elvis did before the Army that I do like, but I don't hate on Elvis and I don't disrespect him. There are people that will do that with some big name channels. They'll just go out of their way to hate on that person. I mean, I can understand disliking my channel. I don't do anything.
Well, that's a little different, Nick. Thanks, Thomas.
Yeah, and it is. And you can, sometimes it's jealousy, but there are just people, and that's why, it came up out of the streets, the term hater. It's like when I was growing up, the kids were like, oh, Dr. J isn't that great. And for those of you under a certain age, Dr. J was the Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. And in fact, to this day, I still would take Dr. J over Michael Jordan. But that's a different argument for a different channel. But there are kids like, oh, if I played against Dr. J, I could shut him down easy. It's in a way it's jealousy, but it's also just
meanness.
You meanness because you hate the fame and the attention they get that maybe you're not getting, which is jealousy. It's okay to hate hummus. It's okay to hate haggis. It's okay to hate hubris. It's okay to hate Hagrid.
Can you keep going?
No, I thought I'd stop there.
Yeah, kind of hit your mouth.
All right, well, it is almost 6 o'clock, so we should dial it all down. You want to get the UK stuff? Joyce is in charge of shutting down the UK. She's shutting down the 2 rail. She hasn't worked her way up to shutting down the 3 rail.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
What's heaven's got to do with this? What's heaven got to do with this? But just like that, very few people like my parody songs, but I keep doing them because it's fun for me and I like doing it. But I can understand people not liking my channel and writing negative, like, if you're going to be a model train channel, get rid of all the stupid stuff and focus on the model trains. I was like, well, it is a model train channel, but it's also my channel that is everything. And rather than create 3 different channels, one for my comedy stuff, one for my parody stuff, but it also forces me to keep the parody songs in a niche. It's, model train related, which makes it a bigger challenge because anybody can do a parody song to a degree. But I do like the fact that several people named me the Weird Al of the model train community. I happily take that.
It is amazing when people get dislikes. You just don't know why.
It's a Dodge Custom. That's what it is. A custom Dodge. Mm-hmm. Just like her. She's an 87 Dodge conversion.
I suppose that's true. All righty.
I mean, you became a Dodge in 87.
I did.
So anyhow, I gotta go to I shut that down, so you can close that one out. You can X that screen out.
Yeah.
So anyhow, on
Whoops,
that note,
I X'd them all.
no, don't. What are you doing?
I don't know what I got canceled.
You didn't hit cancel. You hit start.
I know.
Okay, so you just took yourself out of the
I did.
chat.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, oops. So anyhow, it was great to have everybody here. We hope you enjoyed how much time you spent here. We try to give something for everybody. Well, almost everybody.
Okay.
Great. So, on behalf of Joyce, my significant other half, significantly other half,
Yeah.
we're going to say to all of you, thanks for joining us. We're going to say, Auf Wiedersehen,
Cheers.
and happy trains. Take care, everybody. We'll see you elsewhere.
Bye. Does it end it on